Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. Today I want to talk about some more Amazon basics tools. So if you guys watched my other video from a few days ago, I'd ordered a few things when they were running a sale, just to kind of check them out. You know, I never, again, thought I would be buying Amazon basics tools, but I kept getting them on my Google feeds, kept seeing articles about them, and, you know, a few of the tools seem to get, pretty good reviews, especially their electric screwdriver. I just found out that I guess that electric screwdriver did very well on the torque test channel. One of my commenters left that for me on the other video, so that's something definitely to kind of check out. And for 20 bucks for an electric screwdriver, it seems like a pretty good deal. But in front of you here, I have some more kind of basic tools. So the first thing that kind of caught my eye was actually this guy right here, and this is a 12-piece screwdriver set, and it was $10, and it was like 10% off if you bought 4 or more things. And that was one of the reasons why I bought 4 or more things. And I ordered them. I was like, yeah, I just want to try them out. Definitely not going to be something for professional use or anything like that. But I got these guys, and they're actually, they're pretty solid overall. The fit and finish is actually even better than I have this other brand called Swan Lake that I've ordered from Amazon before, which I tend to like. It's a very kind of comprehensive set. But the set is like 3 times as much. It does come with quite a few more bits. It comes with like bits and precision screwdrivers, but the overall quality of these guys is actually not that bad. And if I was just a regular homeowner, renter, whatever, just somebody that's going to pick these up a few times a year, why do I want to spend 30, 50, 100 bucks on a set of screwdrivers when something for $10 is going to get you by? And basically it comes with Phillips all the way. It comes from Phillips 0, 1, and a couple of number 2, I believe. And then it comes with, slotted, comes with Torx, comes with some square bits, comes with a couple of stubbies. So, for the average, homeowner, this is going to get you through most of the things that you need to get through. So for 10 bucks, I would definitely, buy this again, even if it's something to put kind of like in a go bag. I know some other commenters have said that, about some of the Amazon basic tools is where they'll just buy the pliers, the screwdriver, stuff like that, toss it in a bag, toss it in their car, and just kind of forget about it, knowing that they're not going to be using it that often and don't want to go spend, Snap-on money on something that they're going to use, once a year or if that. Next up, both these sets here in front of me they're both about 15 bucks. One I would probably buy again, and one I would skip. So let me kind of go over the details on these and kind of show you what they come with. So this first one right here is kind of more designed as kind of like an electronics repair kit than just a precision screwdriver. It does come with this nice kind of metal handle. It reminds me very much of a TEKTON handle that is made. Actually, you know what? While I'm saying that, let me grab it real quick so I can kind of show you what I am talking about. If I can find it here. All right, sorry about that. And so yeah, I did a review on this set a while back. Great set, very comprehensive for precision screwdriver bits instead of having a bunch of smaller ones. But when I picked this up, the first thing it kind of reminded me of was this guy. Obviously, they're a little bit different here. They both have knurling. They're both black. They're both, I think, made of metal, or at least high quality, and they both have that kind of spinning thing in the back. But this set right here with this is about $50, where the Amazon one is $15. So quite the difference. Yes, this comes with a lot less bits in there, but one thing that it does come with, comes with an extension, comes with a couple of these plastic pry bars for when you're opening up phones, things like that, some precision tweezers, a suction cup, and one of these little pry bars as well. It's like a guitar pick, but used as a pry bar. And this is usually for like replacing screens and stuff like that on cell phones. And it even includes a little SIM card or a micro SD card remover, depending on whether you're using Android or iPhone. And it comes with a handful of bits that you can kind of see right here. This guy, I would probably skip unless you're specifically working on phones or small electronics and maybe you need these other pieces, because for the same price you can get this guy. And this one has a feature I've actually never seen on a screwdriver set. And you guys, please correct me if I'm wrong if you guys have seen this before. But this is kind of, competition for a lot of those quarter-inch bit sets that I've looked at in the past. Unfortunately, it doesn't include a bit driver, like a normal like ratcheting style. But you know, there's enough space in here where you can probably toss one in if you really wanted to. But the thing that kind of impressed me about this one, and this is, it has, you know, a bunch of metric sockets, has, you know, pretty much all the bits that you're gonna need for most jobs. But the interesting part about this is it includes both standard 1/4" bits, and then these are, I believe, are the 4mm bits, which are the same ones that you're going to get in a typical precision set. So the sizing is actually going to go much smaller than a typical 1/4" set. So if you're working on kind of, you know, a combination of things, this thing's actually pretty awesome. It also, you know, comes with this extension. Oops, if I can get that in here. It can be, you know, put in there at multiple different positions or taken out completely. But the cool thing about this, like I said, one feature I have never seen before is this piece. If you guys have seen it, you know, please comment down below. Do other sets include this? But what this is it goes in where a normal 1/4" bit goes, but it fits the precision 4mm bits in here, which is pretty crazy. And so now you have, you know, a precision screwdriver and regular screwdriver, plus some commonly used sockets, you know, all in one. It does come with your kind of standard 1/4" hex to 1/4" square, so you can use sockets in here also. So for $15, I gotta say, this thing is pretty impressive. And especially, like I said, if you're somebody like me, you know, I'm working on everything from whether it's kids' toys to laptops to, you know, cars. Something like this can be very useful, kind of going from one to the other without having to have multiple different sets with you. Because normally, you know, when I talked about that TEKTON set, the thing I liked about it was, you know, you got this set right here that was about $50, and for $25 more, it included kind of just your traditional bit driver with some more 1/4" bits. But if you have the kind of the most commonly used sizes in here, then you're going to basically save yourself a ton of money. Instead of paying $75 for the TEKTON, you can get away with something like this for $15. So tell me, you know, what do you guys think of these Amazon purchases? Were they a waste of money? Is this something you would kind of consider, you know, in a go bag? Or something you just even consider as, you know, a daily driver? Because I could definitely see myself using this, you know, quite often. Just like I said in the last video, I can't speak necessarily to the longevity of these guys, although the ratings on pretty much all of their tools are somewhere in the 4.5 star range. So that's got to tell you something. And pricing is usually, you know, on point. So, you know, I would definitely check these out. I'll put, you know, links for the items down below. And if you haven't seen my first video, just look back a couple days and you'll see another video about Amazon Basics tools. So again, let's have a discussion down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.